Hello everybody, and it's time for the final race of the season. If you had not seen last episode or the entire season, make sure you go check it out. There's a bit of a spoiler with the constructor standings right here. But if you have, you'll know we've pretty much secured P3 in the constructors, unless Mercedes get a 1-2 and we get a double DNF. That's pretty much the only way that they can beat us to P3. So that's pretty much secured. But the main focus now is on the Drivers' Championship. We want to try and get P3 with Pierre Gasly in the Drivers' Championship. So basically outscore Carlos Sainz, and we've got that P3 secured. It's going to be Kevin Magnussen's last race of the season. He's pretty much only got P8 in the Championship, but P3 in the Drivers and P3 in the Constructors. I think that'll be a tremendous season, and we could go ahead to next season looking for the double championships. And I guess it's one last chance for Gasly to prove to me why I should keep him instead of maybe getting rid of him and bringing in someone else, because I am thinking, let's have a look at his contract. He's got 2 years left of his contract. I am thinking, do I 8 million to break it? Okay, we probably will keep him. I'm thinking, do we do a double replacement? Go for it, because next season probably is the last season. Unless we have a stinker, then we'll have to do one more. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm sure we're going to keep him. We're definitely getting rid of Magnussen. But we'll see what happens. But let's get into this final race of the season. Into the final qualifying session of the season. Let's make it a good one. We need one of the drivers to make it into Q3, because we get 1 million if one of the drivers make it into Q3. So we need to make sure that one of them makes it into Q3 at least, because we need that extra money, especially if we want to bring in Lando Norris next season. We're 9th and 10th right now. I do not feel safe, even though we should, because Joe didn't get in a proper lap, neither did Lando Norris. Let's see what happens as cars cross the line. So Stroll and Tsunoda have not improved. That makes me a bit more comfortable. Neither does Perez. Verstappen's just put in a worldie, I think. I think we should be all right. Bottas stays P13. Bottas could be out here. Bottas! Lando Norris! Oh, he can't improve. Bottas... Oh, Gasly's improved quite a bit. Bottas, P15. He almost got knocked out. So Gasly's showing a bit more pace towards the end of the session. Magnussen not. It's not like we have bad engines or anything. We've got decent engines. A bunch of people taking grid penalties. The top 4 are taking grid penalties. That explains why they were the 4 fastest. But it'll be nice to go off on a high. Remember, we do need Gasly to do something good if he wants. He needs to outscore Carlos Sainz if he wants to take P3 in the drivers. And that would be something special as well, taking P3 in the drivers with one of our drivers and P3 in the constructors as well. We only have 3 soft sets, so I don't think the AI is going to come back out. I don't think anybody's going to come back out. So I think we can stay in the pits. If I'm right, no, people are coming back out. Okay, we're going to go back out in the used set then. Try and improve on our time. We went out a little late with Gasly. He was the slower of the 2 in the first run, actually. Gasly is going to make it to the line. Magnussen actually put in a really good lap. Don't know where that came from. But Gasly, falling down the order, tell you what, just about makes it. Doesn't have to improve. Looks like he might. Anyway, Magnussen, P6, he's had a solid session. So both drivers into Q3, which is what we like to see. Gasly didn't improve, so good thing his first lap was good enough. Bottas out, down in P15. Either he's got bad engines or he's just not on it today, because Russell is P7, about 3-4 tenths quicker. Carlos Sainz up in a P3, the man that we're trying to watch, because that's the guy that we've got to beat with Gasly. Sainz is not taking any penalties, so we've got to put in a good lap. We've got to try and qualify near him, and hopefully Magnussen could do it as well. Maybe we could use Magnussen to try and hold up Sainz, because that's the main thing we're focusing on. Try and beat Carlos Sainz in the championship. One last chance, Gasly. One last chance to put yourself in the top 4. I mean, Verstappen is a penalty, so does Leclerc. So we get it up there. Russell goes P4. If we can get ahead of George Russell, Gasly is improving, Magnussen not. If we can get ahead of George Russell, then we'll be starting on the same row as Sainz, I think on the front row. I'm not sure if Russell has penalties or not, but Magnussen coming up to the line, stays P10. Not a good lap from him, but Gasly in P6. He jumps back up to P6, gets ahead of Ricciardo. So not bad. At least he's improved on his time. P6, I'm not sure where that is. I'm not sure how many people are taking penalties. Verstappen and Leclerc, I know, are taking penalties. Russell and Guan Yu Zhou, I'm not sure. Russell and Guan Yu Zhou are. Okay, so this could be... If it's only a 5 place for Verstappen, will be P3. If it is more than a 5 place for Verstappen, I can't speak, then we'll be starting on the front row with Carlos Sainz. And look at that. That'll be something special. Started on the front row against the guy that we're trying to beat for P3 in the drivers. Strategy. It's got to be medium hards. Ooh. Do we... I can't remember what I went with last year. I think I did the 2-stop last year. And it was completely the wrong call. Maybe... How do you make the 1-stop work, though? We'll go mediums to hards with Gazzy, and we'll make the 1-stop work. Magnus, on the other hand, he can't nurse the tyres as well. So we might have to go for a 2-stop with him. Do we go softs, hards, mediums? Would that be the way to go? Yeah, we'll go softs, hard, mediums with Magnus and hope that maybe a safety car comes out and that'll help him. So we are starting 2nd with Gazzy, 9th with Magnussen. So Magnussen's missed out there with a poor qualifying. But Gazzy will be starting on the front row against his championship rival for P3 in the drivers. So good start from Gazzy. He could take the lead. And we've got to try and nurse those tyres a little bit. I want to see what Sainz in that. Sainz looks like he's on the softs from this angle. Those look like the red strip tyres. If he's on the softs, he's committing. Yeah, he is. He's committing to the 2-stop strategy. So Sainz on the softs. We're on the mediums. Can we get alongside him? No, we can't. But we have Max Verstappen all over the back of us. So Max Verstappen trying to make a move already. Magnussen down in P9. Can he get a move on Perez? If he can get past Perez, he can try and make his 2-stop strategy work. As someone's ran wide, it looked like an AlphaTauri. I think that's what the yellow flag was for. And that was Alex Albon. But he's back on the track now. Gazzy still fighting with Verstappen, trying to get back on Carlos Sainz. Magnussen in P9 hasn't made up a place yet. Can he make up a place down the inside of Sergio Perez? This will be pretty big for his race. Magnussen down the inside in his last ever Grand Prix for Haas. No, he can't make it work. But Gazzy still in P2. I'm sure Verstappen's going to make light work of him very, very shortly. We just got to be careful on the tyres. Magnussen has got past Perez, but there's a bit of a gap. We just got to be careful on the tyres with Gazzy. The last thing we need is the tyres falling off. We can sit behind Sainz. He's committing to that 2-stop strategy. So for Gazzy, we do not want a safety car to come out. We just want to sit behind him, use that DRS to close down every straight, which we're currently doing. We need Magnussen to close in on the top 7. And if a safety car does come out, that will really be helpful for K-Mag as he is closing in. Can he get within that 1 second? Yes, he can. Okay, so Magnussen's race is well and truly on. Same with Gazzy. Both on different strategies. I want to see who's it going to work for, as Magnussen already falling back off. I think his tyres are starting to go away pretty early. Yeah, they're down to 63%. But he needs to push. If he can get within that 1 second, which it doesn't look like he will, he's got to hope for a safety car, I think, for his strategy. Want to be careful. We're sitting in P4. That's fine. That's fine. We're right there with in that front group with Carlos Sainz. We've just got to be careful on the tyres. We don't want to lose too many more spots. We lose a spot to Russell, then it starts to get questionable. Just got to make sure we stay in that DRS, which we are doing just about. And that DRS will pull us along every lap. As Sainz still in P2 after 12 laps. I think we are on the better strategy. I don't think the 2-stop strategy is the way to go. I think we did that last year. And that screwed us over. And I'm only doing it with Magnussen because he was down in P9. Nothing to lose. If a safety car does come out, that 2-stop strategy seems to be the better one. But Magnussen struggling on those softs. He's going to have to pit soon. He's got to make him last a little bit longer, though. Oh, first pit stoppers. Okay, Guan Yu Zhou in the pit, Ricciardo, Latifi. So the soft runners are coming into the pits. We are going to come in this lap with Magnussen. Not that we're really focusing on Magnussen. It'd be nice for him to get a points finish to end his career at Haas. But we are going to come into the pits this lap with K-Mag. Kind of stick on out there. Hope for a safety car to save his race. Gazzy, on the other hand, he's chilling. Sainz is in as well. Okay, so Sainz, where is he going to come out? He's going to come out P12. Behind Bottas in a train of cars. That could slow him down. Bunch of cars who are yet to pit probably won't pit very soon either. So that's good news for us. Magnussen can go a little bit more aggressive on those hards. We need him to pull away from Latifi. If he can pull away from Latifi, then he can kind of get his race going as he actually gets overtaken by Latifi. Pull away from Latifi, K-Mag. Has he got the DRS? No, Latifi does. Should be able to pull away from him. Gazzy still just chilling. He's behind Russell. Lost track to the front too. But just got to go easy on those tyres. Make sure we don't lose them. Pit lap in 1. We're going to try and go as long as we can on the mediums so we can push a little bit on the hards later on. Okay, a few other people coming into the pits now. Sainz, he's behind Vettel. Once Sainz gets past Vettel, he will be unleashed and he'll be able to create a gap running clean air. So Carlos Sainz in P7. He should probably overtake Vettel here. Vettel holds on. Come on, Sebastian. Hold it on. Verstappen into the pits. He's the first of the medium runners at the front to come into the pits. Then I'm sure Leclerc and Russell will follow in soon. We're trying to go an extra couple laps. Maybe if we can hold it out to lap 25, that could be pretty big for Gasly. We're going to push on the last couple laps. So Sainz is now passed on Sebastian Vettel. They want us to come into the pits soon. We're going to try and go 2 more laps. And we're going to push with Gasly. We're going to push with him for the next couple laps. Try and make that overtake on Russell here and pull away, which he does. So Gasly through on George Russell. Push the next couple laps. We need Russell to come into the pits, really. He's struggling a bit more on those mediums. He is into the pits. Same with Charles Leclerc. So a bit of free air, and this is going to be the lap where we come into the pits as well. So not onto the mediums. We want to go onto the hards. We're going to try and take the hards to the end of the Grand Prix. Those couple extra laps could help us towards the end of the Grand Prix, as Gasly pushing as much as he can to see where he comes out. Zhou is battling with Carlos Sainz, which is good. So where is Gasly going to come out? Guan Yu Zhou is through. Carlos Sainz is through. Leclerc, Russell. Can we come out just ahead of George Russell? I don't think so. I think Russell just about stays ahead. It's going to be awfully close. Russell does stay ahead, but we could get him down into this. I'm not even sure if there's a point of getting him, because he's just going to stay in our DRS and fight us back unless we can pull out this very first lap. Magnussen still down in P8 with Latifi on his tail. If you've got Latifi right behind you, you know you're having a poor race. Gasly, can he pull out of George Russell's DRS in this final sector? We're going to give it a go. I don't think he'll be able to. I think the Mercedes is too fast and will stay with us, as there's a yellow flag in sector 3. Not sure. Was it Guan Yu Zhou? It must have been Guan Yu Zhou, yeah. It is Guan Yu Zhou running wide, because now we're right behind Guan Yu Zhou. That's not ideal. He was ahead of Carlos Sainz. We needed you to hold him up. Now Sainz is in clear air. All right, we've got no ERS. We'll relax on the tyres a little bit, and we'll kind of cruise. Carlos Sainz, 81% on the hards. He's got to pit again. So Carlos Sainz will be pitting again. Maybe we go light on the tyres, and when he makes that last charge towards the end of the Grand Prix, that's when we want to use up the tyres a little bit more. Oh, no. That is not what we need. Who has crashed? Shit, where are our drivers on the track? Ah, we might have to pit with Gasly. No, he's on... No, there's no point pitting with Gasly. He can't go into the mediums. All right. That's perfect for Carlos Sainz. I tell you what, that's pretty good for Kevin Magnussen as well. If there was a set of hards, I don't think these mediums can make it to the end of the Grand Prix, can they? Pit window was on lap 37. I mean, we're going to try and go onto the mediums. Might as well use the pit stop. What lap are we on? We're on lap 33. All right, we're going to try and go onto the mediums with Kevin Magnussen. Might as well. Not good for Gasly. Let's see what Alonso's done. What has he done? He's fighting with an Alpha. See it in the background. Has he hit him? No, he's just... Oh, Jesus. He almost took out the AlphaTauri. All right. That's Alonso out of the Grand Prix. Is he out? Is he fully out? Yeah, he is out. And the safety car is out, which is... I mean, it's not even that good for Magnussen. It's good for Sainz, who doesn't pit. Carlos Sainz does not pit. He might be trying to go... He can't go the distance on those hards. They're too worn. Surely not. He's going to try it. We'll see if he can do it. Magnussen comes into the pits, comes out P14 on a brand new set of mediums. Might as well go for the pit stop with Magnussen, try something. Yeah. All right. Maybe it is good for Gasly because Sainz doesn't pit. All right. It looks as though Magnussen can actually make the race on these mediums. You have a look at everybody else's tyres. I think most people are going to try and go to the end on the hards, but if Magnussen can make it to the end on the mediums, I say it's not a bad pit stop. He can make this work. Gasly should now be able to beat Carlos Sainz, although I think Sainz might try and stay out on those hards till the very end. We need a good start. Good start. Let's see if Gasly can make a couple overtakes. If he can make a couple overtakes off this safety car restart. Could be big for his race. Same with Magnussen. We still want Magnussen to score points. We still want to focus a bit on Magnussen. Yes, we're focusing more on Gasly, but it would be nice to see Magnussen get a few points as he leaves our team. So Gasly, can he make an overtake on the Mercedes? You've got Latifi in P7. You heard me right. Latifi in P7. Magnussen looking for moves on Valtteri Bottas. Not going to happen. Pierre Gasly, can he get one on George Russell? This would be pretty big. No, he can't. So Latifi already dropping behind, already losing that time. I tell you what, he gained it in that one corner. But I'm sure the front six are going to pull away very, very quickly. As Guan Yu Zhou already losing track to Sainz and Leclerc up ahead. That is not what we need. We need to try and get ahead of that AlphaTauri and find our way back into that top four. Magnussen in P14, still battling away. Can't find a way past, even though he's on the medium tyres. Magnussen looks quick, you know. Magnussen looks quick. If he can find a move... He's kind of stuck in a train. That's the only problem. If you can find a move past... People... Zhou's pit. Latifi's pit. Magnussen with a P11. That makes me confident that Sainz is going to pit now. So Sainz, 18 laps to go. He's got 55% worn hards. It's going to be touch and go wherever he does. We're going to be on a lot better tyres towards the end of the Grand Prix. We're just saving ours just a little bit. Just in case we do have to make that last charge. As Zhou pits, which allows us and Russell to kind of get some air, clean air, where we could just go. Carlos Sainz, he's in the pits! Sainz in the pits! That should be P3 confirmed in the drivers. Now let's go. No! Oh my God, you can't write this. Oh my God. Can Carlos Sainz get any luckier? Can he get any luckier? George Russell out of the Grand Prix. What's happened? Oh, that is not good for Gasly. Sainz has just got a free pit stop. He's coming out on a brand new set of mediums. He's going to charge his way through this field. Oh my God. Do we look at the possible pit options? We got to stay out. Surely we got to stay out. The field is not spread enough to pit. But let's have a look. Say if we did pit, you'd have to pit on the mediums. They're 1 second quicker. 1.1 second a lap quicker. Latifi. Nah, you got to stay out. We got to stay out. We're staying out. We have to stay out. I mean, it's good for Magnussen. The field closes back up. We just got to make sure we pull away. And Sainz can't get through. We're keeping Magnussen out there. Maybe Magnussen could do a job in holding up Carlos Sainz if he does get up there. But can Sainz get any luckier in this battle for P3? This has changed everything. We need one more lap. There we go. We'll take one more lap. P8, P3 for Gasly. I guess the tyres aren't awful for Pierre. You got Verstappen and Leclerc up ahead as well on used tyres. This has worked perfectly for Carlos Sainz. He could still get this P3 in this Drivers' Championship. Crap. Oh, I didn't know we were starting.
We think we can lean on the tyres more.
There we go. Yeah. All right, yes, we can lean on the tyres more. Okay, so we are away. Magnussen P8, Gasly P3. Gasly, make sure you hold on ahead of Sergio Perez. Plenty of fuel for both drivers to use. That is something that we could use to our benefit. If Gasly can stay in that DRS of Leclerc and Verstappen, we'll take P3. We'll happily take P3. We just want to make sure we finish ahead of Carlos Sainz, who's trying to make a charge through the field. He does have many cars to overtake, so it is going to be difficult for him to get through the field. But if he does, and he gets on the back of Gasly, it's going to be a pretty simple overtake, I think, on Pierre. So try and stay away with him. We do have Magnussen, who can be used as a blockage to Carlos Sainz. And if Sainz does get on the back of Magnussen, we're going to tell Magnussen to do his utmost to keep Sainz at bay.
And McLaren with a great overtake.
Another safety car. What is going on? This helps Sainz again. Sainz is down to P18. Sainz has had a howler. It must have been Carlos Sainz. Carlos Sainz has had a howler. What has he done? This is the third safety car here in Abu Dhabi. And I'll tell you what, it was Vettel that crashed.
Taking a look again, it involves Sebastian.
What happened to Carlos Sainz? Did he hit Sainz? No, Sainz isn't there. What happened to Sainz? Did Sainz run wide? He was down in P18, wasn't he? He's down in P17. Something's happened to Sainz. His front wing's fine. Maybe you just went wide and lost a bunch of places. Okay, as long as you don't mess up, Pierre, you've got that P3 in the Drivers' Championship pretty much secure. Verstappen's in. People are boxing. Have we missed the trick here? Are they all coming on the softs? Verstappen, Perez, Hamilton. They must be all going onto the softs. They are onto the soft tyres. We are staying out. We've got a bunch of cars that could be a blockage. We've got Tsunoda, Albon, Latifi, Zhou, Bottas, Norris. There's too many cars for them to overtake. Hopefully at least Leclerc stayed out as well. He's thinking the same thing as us. So both our drivers are somehow in the top 3. Leclerc, Gasly, Magnussen have all stayed out. But I tell you what, they're all going to be under great pressure. How long have we got left in this race? I think there's only like 9 laps, 10 laps. 10 laps to go. Oh my gosh. Are we on the right? Did we do the right thing by staying out? I'm not sure we did, but Verstappen's got to overtake loads of cars. The medium runners are going to be fast. We do have Tsunoda P4, who is going to be a bit of a blockage for us. Maybe for the first couple laps, but after that, medium runners are going to get through. You got Tsunoda and Albon. I'm sure Albon will get past us. Maybe Guan Yu Zhou, but you got Latifi and Tsunoda, the 2 Aston Martins, that could prove crucial for us. We're going to try and push off the very start just to get away from those other medium runners. Magnussen could be crucial here as a bit of a blockage. He could put up a job to maybe help Gasly finish on the podium and maybe win this race. We could still win this Grand Prix. I did not go into this Grand Prix thinking we would have a chance at winning this Grand Prix, thinking that we would have a chance at double podium. I'm not sure we're going to get a double podium, but we're going to give it our best shot as Gasly all over the back of Leclerc. We don't want to fight too much. We just want to get away from P4 as quick as possible. We've got 10 laps to go. You got Verstappen in P12, Sainz in P11. This could get spicy towards the end of the Grand Prix. We're already away from Tsunoda. There we go. That's a great job so far as we are sitting behind Charles Leclerc. We just want to make sure we're as far away from the cars behind us. Albon's through on Tsunoda. Tsunoda is holding up the rest of them though. And when DRS gets enabled, Albon is going to be inside. So Albon has closed in enough. Magnussen's through on Pierre Gasly. K-Mag, he wants a race win. Go on, K-Mag. He's going to imagine if he wins his last race for the team. Gasly has just got to outscore Carlos Sainz. Verstappen's made a mistake. He's dropped down. I don't know what he's done. Has he got wing damage? He's holding. Verstappen's had a nightmare. He's ran wide. Verstappen down into P13. Sainz is only in P11. Magnussen is looking for a race win in his last ever race for Haas. You cannot write it. Is he going to go for a move now on Charles Leclerc around the outside? Kevin Magnussen. Oh, he's got it done. Has he? Charles Leclerc's got the DRS back. Charles Leclerc back through. Charles Leclerc is not going to make it easy for him. What a race this is. The front 4 are battling like there's no tomorrow. This is unbelievable. He's going to go for it this time. K-Mag, we're going to give him everything to go for it. Kevin Magnussen down the straight on Charles Leclerc. Magnussen, he's up in a P1. Kevin Magnussen is leading here in Abu Dhabi. No! He's bottled it! He's bottled it! Another safety car!
Oh, and that's a crash.
He's bottled it!
Let's take a closer look.
He was going to win the race. He had the pace. He was going to beat Charles Leclerc. Oh my God.
There's the crash.
That right there is just confirmed why we're getting rid of him. I'm like, there's no way he's going to win his last ever race for Haas. It's going to be a fairy tale ending. And he's done that. He's done that. Oh my God, I don't believe it. And now we're under pressure again with another safety car restart. K-Mag, what have you done? What have you done, fella? Oh, you bottle job. Absolute bottle job. As the field bunches up again. Latifi's in P5. Oh, we're going to be under so much pressure from Albon, Zhou, Latifi. Sainz is still down in P10, so he should be fine with Sainz. Gasly, just make it to the end of the Grand Prix and you get P3 in the drivers. You can still win this race though. We can still go for a race win. We're going to have 4 laps to do it. Battling against Charles Leclerc. They're both on the same used hard tyres. So it's going to be a good battle right to the very end of the Grand Prix. Who is going to win? I thought it was Magnussen. It was Magnussen's to win. He had much fresher medium tyres. He was going to win the Grand Prix. And he did that. He did that. I don't believe it. Kevin Magnussen, you're out the team. That was your last race. But full focus now on Pierre Gasly. Can Pierre Gasly win his last Grand Prix of the season and show me why he deserves to stay in this team? It's been a crazy, crazy Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, but we are away again. 4 laps to go. 4 laps to battle for the lead. And don't forget the 2 AlphaTauris behind. They probably have the best chance of winning. They're on the medium tyres. You've got Albon and Zhou on much fresher mediums trying to fight against Charles Leclerc and I. This is going to be a fantastic battle. We're going to hold on for that lap, but when DRS gets enabled, it's not going to be this lap, it's going to be the lap after. We have to make sure we're on the tail of the Ferrari, unless Alex Albon can make a move. Charles Leclerc is pulling away from Pierre Gasly. This is not what we need. We're trying to use some ERS just to stay with him. Come on, Pierre. Stay with Charles Leclerc. You can win this last race of the season. We're still holding on firm to the back of the Ferrari. What a race this has been. This has been one of the best races of the season, and it's come at the very end of the season. Alex Albon still looking for a move on Pierre Gasly. Latifi is trying to get himself onto the podium. He's looking for a move on Guan Yu Zhou. Nicholas Latifi could still get on the podium. That would be something special. Nicholas Latifi is really going for it. Pierre Gasly is now going to have DRS this lap. We have 1 or 2 more laps to go. 2 laps to go. This is going to be a battle for the race win between Leclerc, Gasly, Albon, Zhou, and don't forget, Latifi is still within a shot. Can we make that move finally on Charles Leclerc down the next DRS straight? We're still under immense pressure by the AlphaTauris. Come on, Pierre. Come on. Pierre Gasly going for a move down the inside on the Ferrari. Pierre Gasly, do not do what Magnussen did. He's up in a P1. Is he going to lock up and go straight on? No, he's all good. Gasly takes the lead of the Grand Prix, but the Ferrari could take it right back if we're not careful. Is the AlphaTauri going to go for a move on the Ferrari? That's what we need. We've got to push this lap. Try and get away. Come on, Pierre. 1 more lap after this. 1 more lap to hold on. Hold on firm to this race win. What a way to end 2024, I think it is. What a way to end this season it will be. As Pierre Gasly enters the final lap, he's got that gap. He's got a big enough gap. Surely that's a big enough gap to Charles Leclerc. We've aced the strategy today. We've got it spot on. We should have had 2 drivers on the podium. We could have had a 1-2, but Magnussen bottled it. But this man did not. Mr. Reliable all season. Pierre Gasly still leads the Grand Prix. But I tell you what, Charles Leclerc is not giving up. He wants to make a move on Gasly right at the end. He's not going to be able to just yet. We are holding on firm to this race win. Gasly, a few more corners to go. I'm losing my voice. Latifi's in P5. It's going to be a race win to end the season. Pierre Gasly comes across the line. What a win that is. Oh my goodness me. What a way to end the season. What an incredible race. And it makes it even better that we got the race victory here in Abu Dhabi. Wow. I didn't even expect either driver to be on the podium based on qualifying. That was unreal. That was an unreal race. I was losing my voice. Look, he's loving it. He is absolutely loving it in Abu Dhabi. Pierre Gasly takes the win. Whew, my voice. Sainz only P10. He's had a stinker on the strategy. Good thing we didn't pit, so we didn't miss a trick there. Verstappen, he only got P12. He pitted. He probably would have won the race. So other people's mistake helped us. We went and got the victory. Let's watch these final cutscenes. Gasly, for the last time this season, on top of the podium. Magnussen should have won that race. Should have won that race, but he bottled it. And that is why we're going to let him go. Because someone like Lando Norris, someone like Lewis Hamilton, they wouldn't bottle that like Kevin Magnussen did. And Gasly showed that he is Mr. Reliable. We can rely on him next season. I think he's won 5 races this season, Gasly. So he does the same next year. We could definitely be in that hunt for the constructors because we'll have another driver that's probably even faster than Pierre Gasly. So he's loving it. Albon on the podium as well. So an AlphaTauri on the podium. The Red Bulls had a stinker this weekend. And I don't know what it does to the Drivers' Championship. I think Verstappen already had it. But the constructors, it might have been big for Ferrari and the constructors. There you have it. P1 in the race. And look at it. The top 9 all gained positions from qualifying. Norris up 10. Tsunoda up 9. Stroll up 8. It was a really weird top 10. I'll tell you that much. You got Nicholas Latifi P5. Bottas somehow got up into P6 as well. Stroll and the Williams was up there. And what a crazy race this was to end the season. This is an unbelievable race. Let's have a look. What did it do to the constructors? Red Bull still won the constructors battle. So, no worries for them there. We comfortably beat Mercedes in the end. And I'll tell you what, I want to be going for that constructors title next year. We could definitely go for it. Williams stay at P10. Aston Martin. Alpine drop down into P8. Your Alfa Romeo in P7. McLaren. Then AlphaTauri, who had a great year this year. And they could improve next year and get some race wins. Gasly holds on to that P3 in the drivers. And he did get 5 wins this season. Got 7 podiums. 9 fastest laps. But only 1 pole position. Our qualifying pace wasn't the greatest. Magnussen did get 1 win. Should have got a second here in Abu Dhabi. But it was his own loss. Verstappen wins the Drivers' Championship once again. But we are coming for that next season. A fantastic season all round, I think. And you got Magnussen. We got a development point for him. He's not staying, unfortunately. He did well. The 3 years that he was here, I think he won a race every year. But it's moments like that, like at the end of the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. He does that too often. He bottles it too often. And we need someone that we could be confident in getting points consistently every race. As we have a look. Car development locked. Yep, no worries. We've got our last researchers coming in right at the end of December. Max Verstappen wins it. We've already seen all of this. But Gasly getting P3 in the drivers. That is something special. P3 in the constructors and the drivers. That is what we like to see. Board performance review. We'll get to that. And then we'll wait an episode before I tell you who we are going to sign on for Haas instead of Kevin Magnussen. Target position was P4. We managed to get P3 over Mercedes. We scored 9 out of 6 in the for podiums this season. What else? Yep, 3rd and 3rd. Beautiful. Team rating has gone up. Love to see that. And board confidence is high. Team bonus 1.5 million. Regulation changes for 2025. You can see everything is changing. So cost cap is going down as well. So I'll tell you what. I don't know why this keeps going down. Why does this go down in all departments? Between new... Oh, they get a little rusty. Alright, so it just happens. I don't know how to really get that up. But, alright. Next episode, you will find out who we are going to be signing. So make sure you go ahead in the comments. Let me know who you want to see in this Haas team to potentially fight for that Drivers' Championship next year. And who you think should help us try and win that Constructors. Gasly got P3 this season. Maybe he could be the one to win the Drivers next year. Magnussen, he scored over 100 points less than his teammate. That is a sackable reason right there. So we'll be bringing in a new driver. Could be any... We've got 40 million. 40 million to spend. So I'll tell you what, it could be anybody other than the Red Bull and Ferrari's drivers. I don't think... Oh! Hello! We could sign Ferrari drivers. Charles Leclerc. Carlos Sainz. We just can't sign Verstappen or Perez. Charles Leclerc, Carlos Sainz. We could sign anybody we want other than the Red Bull drivers. Go ahead into the comments. Let me know who you want to see driving for Haas next season. We have got unlimited options pretty much. Let's take the fight to Verstappen next season. Go ahead, comment, like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.